Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is looking to lower costs for farmers by increasing domestic fertilizer production. Announcing today he is asking Kentucky's congressional delegation for support for the Homegrown Fertilizer Act. The governor said the legislation would reduce fertilizer costs for American families and would help lessen foreign dependency and provide grants and low-interest loans to expand production and storage capacity here in the U.S.
Fertilizer prices have skyrocketed due to the war in Iran. That's because over 30% of the world's seaborne trade in these products shipped through the Strait of Hormuz. Farmers here in Kentucky are feeling the pain, and this is already after those tariffs pushed China, the main purchaser of soybeans grown in Kentucky and elsewhere, to Argentina and to Brazil.
The governor said he will also be signing an executive order to create a Team Kentucky Council on small business and entrepreneurship in hopes of bringing more support to the local economy as soon as possible.